Welcome to Dominic Sports Picks, Strikeouts. Specialists in MLB strikeout predictions, everyday, in-depth analysis, and high percentage picks. What sets us apart? 100% focus on strikeouts, we don't mix things up with props. Data-driven methodology. Pitcher versus hitter history. Recent performance and trends. Influence of stadiums and umpires. Lines with real value, we look for underestimated odds in the market. We don't guess, we calculate. Ready to win with strategic strikeouts? Subscribe, like, and activate notifications for daily picks. Let's get started. Greetings to the entire Dominic Sports Picks community. Today we bring you a sharp and insightful analysis of one of the most dominant pitchers when healthy, Jacob deGrom, who returns to the spotlight on June 14, 2025, with a line of over 6.5 strikeouts against the Chicago White Sox. Pitchers. Jacob deGrom, Texas 6-2, 2.12 ERA. Mike Basile, White Sox 3-2, 2.18 ERA. An elite pitching duel, but the focus is on deGrom, who has returned to his usual form after returning from injury. His very low ERA, 2.12, reflects dominance, but it's his ability to generate swings that really interest us today. Pick analysis. Jacob deGrom's over 6.5 strikeouts. In his last 5 starts, deGrom has recorded 7 or more strikeouts on 4 occasions, including a recent 10-strikeout game against a more disciplined White Sox offense. The White Sox are among the top 10 teams in June, averaging 9.4 strikeouts per game in their last 7 games. Their young, low-contact lineup against power pitchers is a feast for a guy like deGrom, who leads MLB in forced swing-away rate. deGrom has shown excellent count management and depth in his outings, averaging 6.1 innings per game since his return. This gives him the necessary volume to attack this line comfortably if he remains effective. Verdict: pick Jacob deGrom over 6.5 strikeouts. This is a perfect spot, an elite pitcher in good shape, facing an offense that overuses strikeouts. If deGrom gets at least 6 innings, he'll likely clear this line by a margin. High confidence. Welcome, Dominic Sports Picks family. Let's analyze a pick that may surprise many. Spencer Strider, under 8.5 strikeouts in the June 14, 2025, game between the Colorado Rockies and the Atlanta Braves. Pitchers. Colorado, C. Dollander 2-6, 6.85 ERA. Atlanta, S. Strider 0-5, 5.40 ERA. This game looks very uneven on paper, but we're focusing on Strider's strikeout line, as he continues to search for his first win of the year while dealing with a season well below his standards of previous years. Pick analysis. Strider under 8.5 strikeouts. Although Strider is historically a strikeout monster, this 2025 season has been different. He has an inflated 5.40 ERA, and his control has been inconsistent. His strikeout rate has dropped considerably. In his last 5 starts, he's only surpassed 8.5 strikeouts once, averaging 6.4 per game. The other key factor is the opponent. Colorado, while limited offensively, isn't a team that strikes out excessively. In their last 7 games, the Rockies have struck out fewer than 8 in 5 of them, and they're focusing more on contact early in the count, which could shorten Strider's time on the mound. Furthermore, the situation in Atlanta's bullpen suggests they could limit Strider if his control becomes an issue again early in the game. Added to this is the fact that his pitching count has been monitored more closely than usual, rarely exceeding 95 pitches. Verdict: pick Spencer Strider under 8.5 strikeouts. The talent is there, but recent numbers and the type of opponent indicate this line is too high for his current form. A value pick that takes advantage of the name's narrative. Confidence, medium-high. Greetings, Dominic Sports Picks champions. Today we're going to focus on a pitcher who has had a great season, but whose strikeout rate seems inflated for this matchup. Carlos Rodon, who will have under 7.5 strikeouts in the Yankees vs. Red Sox Classic on June 14, 2025. Pitchers. Yankees, C. Rodon 8-4, 2.87 ERA. Boston, H. Dobbins 3-1, 4.20 ERA. Rodon has been one of the Yankees' most solid arms this year, but today he'll face a disciplined offense that could make it difficult for him to reach a high strikeout rate. Pick analysis. Rodon under 7.5 strikeouts. Carlos Rodon is on a hot streak, but his 7.5 strikeout rate is demanding, especially against a lineup like Boston's, which has improved its contact and plate discipline. In his last 4 outings, Rodon has only surpassed this line once, averaging 6.2 strikeouts per game over that stretch. Boston has been one of the teams with the fewest strikeouts in June, averaging just 7. 1 per game in its last 10 games, and has been especially strong against left-handed pitching, where its contact rate is above the league average. Furthermore, Rodon has struggled to extend beyond the 6th inning in some recent games, limiting his opportunity volume. If Boston works him into long counts and he gets on base early, the Yankees could turn to their solid bullpen before Rodon completes the stretch needed to reach 8 strikeouts. Verdict: pick Carlos Rodon under 7.5 strikeouts. Although Rodon is pitching well, the opponent's context and tight line make this underdog a good value. Boston isn't the ideal opponent to surpass such a high strikeout line. Confidence, average. Welcome back, Dominic Sports Picks experts. Today we analyze a pick that bucks the historical trend of a talented pitcher, but one who isn't in his prime, George Kirby, under 5.5 strikeouts in the June 14, 2025, game between Seattle and Cleveland. Pitchers: Cleveland, TBB 4 and 6, 3.81 ERA. Seattle, G. Kirby 1 and 3, 6.53 ERA. Kirby hasn't been a shadow of the solid starter we saw in previous seasons. His performance has declined noticeably, and that's the basis for this pick. Pick analysis: George Kirby under 5.5 strikeouts. Kirby comes into this game with an alarming 6.53 ERA and is seriously struggling to stay in the game beyond the 4th or 5th inning. In his last 5 outings, he's only surpassed this 5.5 strikeout line once, averaging 4.2 strikeouts per game over that stretch. One of his main problems has been his lack of command in the count. He's being hit more, and his strikeout rate per 9 innings has dropped dramatically from last year. This reduces his chances of racking up strikeouts quickly. Furthermore, Cleveland is one of the toughest teams to strike out in the American League. They're among the 5 teams with the lowest strikeout rate, and their offense is designed to make constant contact. In their last 10 games, they've received more than 5.5 strikeouts from a single pitcher on only 2 occasions. Added to that, Seattle has been conservative with Kirby due to his lack of consistency, limiting his pitch count in recent outings. He likely won't throw more than 90 pitches if he's ineffective. Verdict: pick George Kirby under 5.5 strikeouts. The timing, the opponent, and the strikeout trend tell us this line is overrated. Cleveland is a tough team for pitchers who aren't solid, and Kirby hasn't shown any signs of recent improvement. Confidence, high. Let's keep winning smart here at Dominic Sports Picks. See you in the next analysis with more winning picks. Greetings, Dominic Sports Picks winning team. Today we have a special pick, one that combines experience, history, and opportunity. Let's take a look at Clayton Kershaw, over 4.5 strikeouts, who continues to show he has gas left in the tank. This pick is for the June 14, 2025, divisional duel between the Giants and the Dodgers. Pitchers: San Francisco, L. Roop 4 and 4, 3.29 ERA. Dodgers, C. Kershaw 1 and 0, 4.35 ERA. Kershaw is just getting into his stride this season after his return, but he showed positive signs in his last outing. The 4.5 strikeout line seems very attainable if he maintains his control and durability. Pick analysis: Clayton Kershaw over 4.5 strikeouts. In his most recent start, Kershaw pitched 5.1 innings and struck out 6 batters, showing his classic command of the zone, mixing his slider and curveball well. While his velocity is no longer intimidating, his intelligence on the mound remains elite. The opponent is key here. San Francisco is one of the offenses with the most strikeouts in June, averaging 9.1 strikeouts per game. Their lineup includes several hitters who tend to swing early or fall into unfavorable counts, which favors a veteran like Kershaw. Although he's not yet at 100% in terms of volume, Kershaw has been on a controlled but efficient pitch count. If he can pitch at least 5 innings, the odds of reaching 5 or more strikeouts are quite good against a vulnerable offense like the Giants. Verdict: pick Clayton Kershaw over 4.5 strikeouts. With his experience, his command of the pitching mix, and a strikeout-prone opponent, this line has value. The over looks within reach if he repeats his return. Confidence, medium-high. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.